Ayo, Chris Thomas here. I'm with my man Landon Raskin, and so one of the drills that is a phenomenal drill for all baseball players, but especially anyone who's been a pull hitter. What does that mean? Who has a tendency to pull their front shoulder off the ball, which makes their hands cast, which makes you roll around, which makes you take everything that way, which shortens your bat, which doesn't allow you to go through the zone the same way to barrel balls the way that we want. For anyone who fits that category, this is an amazing drill to really feel what it feels like to get your bat going inside out to and through the zone longer. So one of the drills that I do with my baseball players is I put the tee further out in front of the plate. We start off on the outside part of the plate, as you can see right here. Normally, if you were facing someone who was throwing you an outside part of the plate pitch, you would want to meet that ball here. We put this tee way out in front because what that forces him to do is the only way you're going to be able to hit this ball is if you hold on to your load as long as you possibly can and use your back hip to throw your hands like inside out towards these cones over here. The yellow cone's really where I told him is his landmark where he wants to hit the ball. He'll never hit the ball there if he does this correctly. Why? Because your barrel path is changed. By the time it reaches this point, it's no longer at an angle where you can actually do that. Your angle is going to be where you hit it more up the middle of the field or even a little bit left center. But this is really reinforcing the proper pathway to and through the zone. So great drill for anyone who wants to learn what it feels like to get your bat path going inside out and through the strike zone. So let's watch Landon do this a few times. Just a hair underneath it, but that's a great approach to the ball. He'll level it out right now. Like that's the perfect strike of the ball. You can actually hear it. It's a perfect strike. Do that again. Yeah, I mean, that's what we want. We want line drives. Constantly, everything that we do is working on creating the line drive effect. The low level, the mid level, that's what those two were. The first one was a mid level, second was a low level. Line grounders, upper level. That's a line drive family. So every time we rehearse, he understands that our game and our goal is to create a line drive effect. One more time. Yeah, like that would be a mid-level line drive. So for all you baseball, softball players, there is no better swing than the inside-out swing where you're coming to the top inside part of the ball. Show them in slow motion, Landon. Top inside part of the ball, right there, and taking the ball inside out. Top inside part of the ball with your top hand. That's what you want to do. Every single time where the swing's happening from your back hip, not your front side. You can also put the tee on the inside part of the plate. We do this as well. Why? Because I think Landon would agree that most of the time we get inside pitches, if you're a pull hitter, you always try to turn on the ball. Is that fair? Yeah. Yeah, and so that's not what we want to do. One, it doesn't create a pathway through the zone and through the ball. You're creating a pathway where you're going around it. So potentially you take a pitch, you could barrel out that way, and you're chopping it foul. You're chopping it to the third baseman. You're popping it foul. All you're doing when you do that is you give the pitcher an extra strike. So, a pitch that you should have been able to take and make him pay for it. Now he's got control of a pitch count because he got a strike on you. We don't want to give pitchers strikes and control and command of what happens next. So this is another great thing that we do is I put this ball and this tee out further than where you would actually want to meet an inside part of the plate pitch. His swing path is going to be exactly the same. He's going inside out this direction. He's not trying to turn on the ball. And if he does this correctly, the ball is going to go anywhere from here, 5-6 hole, to left center. So let's watch him do this. It's a great job by him. And as always, our game is to hit line drives. So as you can tell, he's doing it over and over and over again. His game isn't just to make contact. That serves no purpose for this particular drill. A little bit underneath. So our game is to always fix what we feel. Did you feel that? Yeah. So he felt himself drop underneath, so now he's going to let himself fix it by telling himself to stay level through the ball as he approaches it from the top inside part. It's a good job. It's a bit of a little overcorrection, but that's a great job. Okay? That right there is the perfect correction. So the way we rehearse is never about judging. It's always about feeling so that we can fix what it is that we want. That's all this is about, is constantly creating a very specific, finite, intentional game, being really connected to it, feeling what we're doing so either we can replicate it if we love it or we can fix it if we don't. It's an amazing way to rehearse. That way you're not just taking senseless hacks that serve no purpose whatsoever. So again, there's a couple different, T positions. This is a great drill as you're warming up, or even a great drill if you want to just do a session like this. So hopefully this helps you take advantage of the information.